I'm Professor Noctis. I teach religion and Final Fantasy at University of Alabama, and we have a good time here on Strinton. Hello, 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 hello. How we doing, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome and happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing great. How are you tonight? I have made it 15 minutes late, but better than never. Better than never. What's up, Jedi? Esper? Oh my God, good to see you. Smith! Great to see you guys. Hope that you're doing awesome. You're eating dinner, so you're so good. I just scarfed down some salmon. Hope you're doing good. Yo, what's up, Subtext? How we doing? Hello, it's been a day, brother. I hear you. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a life. That's what it feels like for me right now. What's up, farthers? How we doing? I hope you're doing good. Tonight we're going to play some Final Fantasy X. Got some good things to chat about. Oh man, that hat looks like it's been through some seasons. Let me tell you, Subtext, it's all a ruse because I bought this hat on Saturday. They come weathered. Hello, class. I need food and coffee. Well, get food and coffee, Amy. Ain't nobody stopping you. Get some food and coffee. Tonight's stream is officially brought to you by LaCroix. Tonight's flavor of choice is sparkling water sunshine. It tastes like summer and sunflowers. It's a good southern drink. So there's that. I want to show you a few things that I'm looking at right now. Right now I am looking at, right in front of me, my Dragon Quest Island guide. I don't know if I ever showed this to you on stream, but I'm just reminiscing of the good old days in Japan. But when you go to Dragon Quest Island, they give you a full little traveler's guide, complete with all kinds of like how-tos and a traveler's guide to write fun things in, right? So anyway, I'm looking at that. I don't know if you care about any of this, but I've got junk on my desk and I'm cleaning up right now. I went to the Nintendo Museum in Osaka several weeks ago. It feels like ages ago. And I got 2 pins for my office this fall. A Super Nintendo pin and a Nintendo 64 pin. You might say, Prof, why didn't you get the NES pin? Because it didn't look cool. And that's the answer to that. And the final thing I'm looking at tonight would be this lovely little postcard. Nope, not a postcard. Just a photo of a pagoda outside of Mount Fuji that I visited. How neat is that? Look at that, everybody. Nothing says Final Fantasy X like cherry blossoms, a pagoda, and Mount Gigazet, right? That's where Kimari's from, right there. Anyway, so there's that. How are we doing tonight, everybody? It's the burnt orange. Yeah, it looks a little orange, but I guarantee you it's definitely red. It's definitely crimson. Y'all, earlier today, I was wearing this hat and I had just finished up at the gym and I had my full Bama bangs going on. Like they were full blown, like blonde curling underneath the thing. Yeah. I went into the office and I had this on and some jeans. And they said, and I had a backpack on and they said, are you trying to dress like the students? And I said, it's not my fault that I'm a trendsetter and they dress like I do. And they were like, are you a pledge? And I said, no, I'm an upperclassman. And then I gave him a swirly. Anyway, there's that. Am I feeling better? Jedi, yes, I am feeling better. Antibiotics are a wonderful thing. Last week, in case you didn't know, I had pneumonia, everybody. I don't think I shared that with anybody. I had pneumonia, and I had like 102-degree fever for 5 days straight, and it was terrible. There was gunk in my lungs, and antibiotics are a miracle from the Lord, and I am still on them. But very grateful to be alive, very grateful to be here. My life was not in danger. That is a bit much. But yeah, last week sucked. It really, really sucked. It was full-blown pneumonia. I've never had pneumonia, and it's weird for a 41-year-old to have pneumonia. So basically what I'm saying is I'm dying. So anyway, enjoy me while I last. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, it's crazy. What's a pledge? Fathers, I'm glad you asked. In a fraternity, newcomers who are joining fraternities or sororities, they are called pledges. And for a year, they go through pledgeship before they are full members. So that's what that is. Good question. Thank you for helping me keep things accessible to everyone. Yeah, thank you for the well wishes. I felt terrible. So if you didn't see me at all last week, that's why. Remember how I wasn't feeling super great, but I thought I was on the mend last Tuesday? That was a lie. That was a lie. It wasn't a lie that I thought that I was telling, but it was a lie that my body was telling me. Because my body was like, oh, you're totally going to be better. And then Wednesday it was like, boom, dead. And so that was me. Yeah, it sucked. It was really bad. Have you ever had pneumonia? Pneumonia feels like your lungs are filling up with a fluid, right? And every time you cough or sometimes speak, there's just a gurgling in your chest. And it is the worst feeling. Like it doesn't hurt, but it's awful, right? And so it's like, what is happening to me? And then the fever kicked in and I was like feeling brutal. So anyway, thank you for the well wishes. It was a rough week last week. But I'm back to the land of the living, which is good because students are moving in pretty darn soon. We got a lot to do tonight. And I want to start with two things. I want to start, there's a few things we're going to do. We are going to watch last Wednesday, Night Sky Prince, friend of the show, title of the stream could have been Prof's Gonna Die. I was able to watch SummerSlam weekend comfortably. Holy crap. I feel like I need to do a whole wrestling podcast, to be honest, because... Okay, let me get through the opener, okay? Then I'm going to talk about SummerSlam. Okay, first things first. And I'm only going to allow myself 1 minute, 60 seconds of wrestling, okay? So, opener. Tonight, we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy X. You'll be happy to know that I've been grinding off stream, so we'll be easier, hopefully. I've leveled up everybody. I've gotten lots of spheres, so there's that. We're going to continue that. We're getting to the big reveal for sweet Tidus. Sweet crybaby, innocent boy. He's going to be in for a rude awakening tonight, so get excited for that. Number two, we are going to watch in its entirety, it's only 15 minutes, Night Sky Prince's, friend of the show's, latest video on Final Fantasy X. Now, you should know, I don't know anything about this video. I just know that it's made a splash, and I was like, Final Fantasy X, that's kind of my wheelhouse right now. Let's watch it together, and I'm going to live react it. So if it's crap, I'm going to tell you. It's not going to be crap. But I'm gonna give you all of my thoughts on it in real time. So that should be really fun. So Night Sky Prince, if you don't know him, great friend, but also like great content creator, just incredible. So prolific, what a guy, like just always putting out stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Oh, I'm teaching and also having other jobs. But also, good for him. And I love that for him. And it takes the burden off of me because I can react to content instead of make my own. So there's that. The final thing that I want to do, and I'm going to do this right at the top of the hour just to like get it off my chest, just because like I need to say it right now. And I'm going to turn down this music because that stupid chirp is driving me crazy. Let me just go ahead and hit the go button to get off of this silly little blah, 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 blah. But I need to give you a little bit of a life update real fast. It's not bad, but it's just one of those things that we got to do, okay? So real quick, this summer has been all kinds of ups and downs, okay? I've traveled a lot and that's been super up, but I just need to let you know that there have been some extenuating circumstances, family-wise and personal-wise, that I just need to spend more time doing. And so that's not going to take a huge hit as far as content is concerned. We've already said that we're dropping the ProfNoctis Show down to twice a month. Streaming, we're going to go and continue through Final Fantasy X, but I need to focus on some real life things for a bit. And what that really means, where you're really going to see less of me, is going to be in online spaces off of my YouTube and Twitch. Meaning, you're not going to see as much from me on Twitter anymore. You might ask why. That's a fair question to ask. And the only thing that I can tell you is that Twitter has, maybe you'll understand this, some of you might. Twitter over the last month has done a number on my interior world and heart. In some ways, it's broken my heart. In other ways, it's infuriated my heart. And it's been fandom stuff, you know? And like, I just don't want to be a part of toxic parts of things I love. And so I'm stepping away from Twitter for a bit. It's going to be an announcement venue more than anything. You're not going to get a lot of me on there anymore. And that's not because anybody attacked me or anything like that. It's just one of those things that I'm like, I need, for my own sense of peace, for my own peace with the world and with God and with others, I want to keep thinking the best of other people, and I need to be away from the worst of those other people for a while. And like, it sucks. But I'm tired of non-traversies. I'm tired of everything being the worst thing in the world, because the world is beautiful and people can be good. And there's a lot of things in the world to be excited about. And it sucks that you can't be excited about things online. You can say, I like this, and 20 people are going to jump in and say, but you suck because you don't like this other thing. And it's like, well, that's not even what we were talking about. And I think that things like that are just nonsense. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate you. And so like, there's no reason. The things that you like and the things that you don't like, you don't need any defense other than just you being you. Okay? And I'm so sick and tired of, and I get it, like Final Fantasy fans in general right now are bored. And boredom breeds restlessness, and restlessness breeds a lot of anxiety and aggression. Instead, I want those of you that are in the Discord, quote, the classroom, I want you to get me. And so I'm going to spend a lot more time in Discord than I have in the past. And so it also struck me, I was like, why am I spending so much time worried about the perception of this channel or this franchise that I love or things that I love with people that I shouldn't even be thinking about, when I have an amazing, I would dare say the best community on the internet in my Discord. And they have book clubs, and they have groups that they are talking through things. There's a wrestling group, a sports group in our Discord that's really cool. Y'all are enjoying life. You're sharing pictures of your pets. You're sharing recipes and all that kind of stuff. And like, I want to be more a part of that. And so like, that's what I'm going to be saying. I'm going to do my best to throw out things on Twitter, but that is just an on-ramp for some of the cool stuff that we do in Discord. And if you're not a part of the Discord, you are more than welcome to join. But leave that toxic stuff on social media, because our mods, our RAs, they will ban the crap out of you if you bring that stuff in here, and they have my full permission. So we just have such a good, smart, intellectually stimulating community that wants to discuss cool things. And I am so sick and tired of playing to the least common denominator, the dregs of the fandom, when, you know what? It just doesn't matter. They gonna fight because they are chainsaws looking for trees. And we ain't that tree anymore. So there's that. Anyway, I'm just saying that to get that off of my chest. If you're like, where's Prof? Well, Prof is intentionally gone from Twitter and BlueSky, even all of it. I'm just like, it's all marketing from now on for me. But for those of you in the Discord, you're going to get more real me. And just know I see you, I recognize you, and I wish that I had more time in the past for you, but now I'm making more time for you. So there is that. Still waiting on the RA, especially for FF10. Just send me a DM. Sorry about that. I'll see what I can do. So there's a book club on Friday. Unfortunately, I am leaving town on Friday. Maybe I can chime in briefly, but I've got a ceremony for a friend of mine that I am going to. So unfortunately, I am unable to be a part of the book club this week. I hear y'all are doing, did I read right? Y'all are doing Dawn of the Future, Final Fantasy 15? Holy crap, I've got to get in there. Because I got takes on that bad boy. I got takes on Final Fantasy 15, Dawn of the Future. So you never had Twitter, so that means more Prof? Well, you are welcome. You're going to be like, I wish that he'd go back to Twitter. Anyway, on the 15th, not this Friday. Oh, well, in that case, I'll come ready. I'm not going to disrupt. I'm going to talk about the best things when I bring up things. I'll talk about the best things of Dawn of the Future. Because there are some things that I really like, but anybody that's watched the show knows I'm not a big fan of that. But I am curious. I love to hear it. My students, sometimes at the end of our 15 class, they'll read the book and they'll tell me their thoughts. And it's interesting. I like to hear it. But anyway, it's good stuff. Hey, tonight, though, enough of that. Tonight, we're going to enjoy Final Fantasy X. And we're going to start with Night Sky Prince's video, shall we? Good, I'll talk about the rest of it. Especially Luna. I love Luna. All right, so let's go ahead and... Is this accurate? I don't think that's accurate. It may be. Okay. Give me just one quick second. I am putting up the old... Also, did you like the thumbnail that I put out today? The thumbnail for tonight I really felt was pretty good. I don't love all of my thumbnails, but tonight's I was like, I think we may be cooking, as they say. Oh gosh. Whoa. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so now I'm going to boom. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, are we ready, everybody? We're gonna watch this. I'm gonna turn this guy off. And so, like I said, friend of the show, Night Sky Prince, he released a new Final Fantasy X video essay. It's about 12 minutes long. We are going to watch it together. And if you haven't seen it yourself, I hope that you will go over to his site and log that view as well. If you have not seen Final Fantasy X in its entirety, this video, I do understand, thank you Subtext, has spoilers for places that we are not yet. And that's fine. Final Fantasy X has been out for 20 plus years. So that's okay. With that in mind, let's go ahead and watch. Do y'all want subtitles? You seem like subtitle people. I'm going to put those on. And let's go. 3, 2, 1. Oops. There we go. Sorry.
The Yavanites believe that through their atonement and through the sacrifice of summoners to call forth the final Aeon, eventually, one day, somehow, sin would finally be gone, and Spira would experience a calm that would last for eternity. If you haven't played Final Fantasy X, what are you doing on this video, bro? Leave. And if you have played Final Fantasy X, you'd know this is all a lie. Final Fantasy X is one of the greatest video game stories of all time, but I think if there is any shortcoming in its main story, it fails to do a superb job of explaining where sin came from, as well as much of the lore behind Yu Yevon. Don't get me wrong, I don't think a story should whack you over the head with every bit of exposition that comes by. For example, I would hate for them to explain a cosmic horror like Final Fantasy VII's Genova, who is much better off remaining a mystery. However, I think the lore around Yu Yevon and Sin is some of the most deeply fascinating lore in the entire series, but it's only vaguely explored in the game itself. Not only that, there is an absolute narrative genius to the implementation of sin in Final Fantasy X that I feel goes far too overlooked. So today, I want to take a deeper look at one of gaming's most fascinating forces of nature, sin. But first, Punishing Gray Raven is a free-to-play anime-style action RPG known for it as a fire attacker, bringing his signature flair and heavy-hitting style.
I like Dante.
His twin brother Virgil
Devil May
follows
Cry,
as
anybody?
a physical
That's pretty
attacker, known for his precise lightning-fast Iaijutsu techniques. Voice actors Ruben Langdon and Daniel Southworth reprise their roles.
This one just
with
keeps
new voice
going.
lines
Okay.
exclusively
Heck of an ad.
for this collaboration.
Was this a sponsored
They've
video?
also brought over signature animations and fighting styles from DMC5,
That's sick.
staying true to what makes these characters feel authentic. You can get Dante for free just by playing through the story event Lamento di Fantasma. And if you're aiming for both twins, the collab research banner is discounted. Only 175 R&D tickets per pool instead of the usual 250. Plus, the first 2 times you get Dante and Virgil,
Oh
you
my
get
gosh,
another
okay.
copy of them for free. If you're feeling up to the challenge, you can take on the Trial of Simulacrums event, where you'll face off against Mirrored Virgil himself and earn Sandy Spectrum for Echo as
Oh, of course. There's Sandy Spectrum.
reward. And to top it all off, this update marks Punishing Gray Raven's 4th anniversary. Just log in and you'll get 2,500 R&D tickets, plus tons more rewards. So be sure to check out Punishing Gray Raven with a link in the description or pinned comment below. First of all,
Let me tell you something, chat. I super appreciate what he just did, okay? Like, he starts out the video with like a really interesting hook about a game that we want, that we're definitely going to watch about. And then before we get to that, he goes immediately into a brief ad. Now, this is clearly a sponsored ad. I don't know if they were like, you've got to give us 60 seconds in the middle of a video, 10 minutes or more in order to do that. That's kind of the way that a lot of these brand deals work. I love and hate ads like this. I love when a brand is like, hey, can you do a video with us? And like, let's negotiate a little bit. Like, it's really, really cool. Also, there's no good way of doing it. Like, let me just say that. Like, there are some that are better than others. The DX Racer chair ad that I did sometime last year during the Rebirth series, it was so silly. It was like, you have to build the chair on screen. It's like, oh, okay. And it can be in the middle of another video, but it has to be on screen, on stream, and just, do that. And I'm like, what in the world? So anyway, I feel the pain there. So big props for those that do this with such flexibility. Now, the actual video. Let's go. Though we have the highest appreciation for Sandy Spectrum. We love them. So, okay. Back to Sin.
Well, to understand Sin, we need to understand the force that created him and the circumstances that necessitated him. Yu Yevon and the Machina War. There's a huge misunderstanding when it comes to Yu Yevon. A lot of people think that he is essentially God, but Yu Yevon is not God. He was actually a very mortal man who lived as a summoner in the real Zanarkand 1,000 years ago, during the Machina War between Zanarkand and Bavel. And prior to this, it was revealed in the novel Final Fantasy X 2.5, which I know, but this is pretty interesting. It was revealed that while still a theocracy, Bavel had a polytheistic religion before the creation of Yevonism. At this time, Bavel was Spira's dominant military power, its capital bristling with advanced machina and weaponry. Zanarkand was ultimately outmatched by Bavel, and as Bavel's armies closed in, Yu Yevon saw that his city would fall. So in desperation, he made a horrifying choice. He asked the people of Zanarkand to become faith, sacrificing their bodies and souls so he could summon a dream version of the city, a phantom that would live on even after the real one was gone. But this dream needed protection. To ensure that nobody ever discovered Dream Zanarkand, Yu Yevon twisted the Fireflies into an armor that would serve as a weapon of mass destruction. This armor would be known as Sin, a being that wasn't born out of any sort of malice or evil, but out of a deep fear of death. In trying to preserve this dream, Yu Yevon created an unending nightmare. The first act that Yu Yevon ordered Sin to do was actually to destroy the real Zanarkand. Bavel's ships would actually see this as they approached and realize the terrifying power of Sin. Then he would hide Dream Zanarkand far out at sea, where no one would find it, and if they did, Sin would kill them. Yu Yevon created Sin to run on instincts that drove it to destroy any machina, any technical advancement, or any large cities, all to ensure the continued survival of Dream Zanarkand. The reason that the use of Machina is actually bad in Yevonism is because the advancement of Machina would lead people to discover Dream Zanarkand, which would be very bad news for Yevon, perpetuating the cycle. The people of Dream Zanarkand are in a sense living creatures sustained by faith powering the city, serving as echoes of the people who once lived there. However, much like memory works in real life, it's never actually exact. As such, the attempt to recreate a man named Shuyin resulted in our hero, Tidus. Yes, I said Tidus and not Tidus. When I put out my essay video on Final Fantasy X, I got a ton of comments on this. In fact, it was half of the comments. I genuinely hate to be the one to break this to you, but that is how it's officially pronounced.
Again, Tidus. Okay? Tidus.
Me and Tidus, we are gonna do a little exploring today. But shining Yuna sounds cool.
Tidus?
白きユナが正義っぽくない?
ティーダさん?
This place is kind of dangerous.
Tidus.
But back to our...
I'm going to tell you something. Jesus Christ himself could come down and say, Wade Langer, his name is Tidus. And I would say, Jesus Christ, you are wrong. His name is Tidus. That's where I am right now. It is Roll Tidus, and we only tied in the house because this game is about water. So maybe Dream Zanarkand has Tidus, but Reality World has Tidus. Okay? It's fine. If the world says that his name is Tidus, then that means that I have passed on due to pneumonia, because I will never concede that it is Tidus. In fact, that is tedious. In fact, I'll go so far as to say I think that the English pronunciations of them saying Tidus right there, that's just lazy localization. They didn't want to do the hard, heavy lifting, so they just copied it from the Japanese. And you might be like, oh, well, it matters because in Japanese, Tidus means... Well, here's what I know. In American, we say Tidus. Please, someone, you should clip that and just say, Prof said that in American we say Tidus. I won't know because I'm not on Twitter anymore. Anyway, let's continue with this. Night Sky is making some good points. Other than that, let's continue.
Video, Tidus and life on Dream Zanarkand in general is something that deeply fascinates me. Their people seem to live unaware of the world beyond. No one in Dream Zanarkand ever seems to go on vacation. They don't leave the city, nor do they even seem to have the urge to. They seem to exist in this sort of living stasis, unknowingly maintained by the unending prayer of the faith who gave their souls to summon the city. It's important to remember that again, Dream Zanarkand is not in another dimension or some place that's physically separate from the rest of Spira. It is located far away at sea, and anyone who goes near it dies, because sin will kill them. Even Tidus's impression is that he's been transported to another world entirely, just from leaving the city. Everyone lives in this dream created for them with an eerie sense of peace, never seeming to even wonder about the world outside of Zanarkand. This is honestly something that I never really thought much about previously, because if people left Dream Zanarkand, they would quickly find out that Dream Zanarkand was in fact a dream, or that something weird was going on, and that would cause people to want to investigate Dream Zanarkand, which ultimately would end Yu Yevon's objective of perpetuating the city for eternity. And though Sin's existence would mean peace for Dream Zanarkand, it would mean the exact opposite for the rest of the world. Yuna, the daughter of Yu Yevon, would then find a way to grant the people of Spira a method of temporary reprieve. This would become known as the final summoning. It required a summoner to sacrifice one of their closest guardians to become a faith for the immensely powerful final Aeon, one that was strong enough to defeat Sin. And it couldn't just be anyone. It had to be someone that the summoner had a strong bond with. In addition, it would also cost the summoner their life as well. For Yuna, she would sacrifice herself and her husband. But despite all of these sacrifices, this doesn't actually defeat Sin permanently. It forces him into a weakened state where he actually absorbs the final Aeon, and the Summoner's Guardian eventually becomes the new Sin, as we've personally seen with Jecht. This weakened state is what the people of Spira called the Calm, as Sin must first regenerate before he's able to attack. It's also fascinating that the Summoner's Guardian who becomes the final Aeon, and hence Sin, also maintains a bit of their mental autonomy before they become Sin entirely. This is why we see Jecht able to exhibit some control over Sin throughout the game. Sin is built to protect Dream Zanarkand, which is concealed far at sea. However, through Jecht's control, something unprecedented happens. Sin, for the first time, attacks Dream Zanarkand, the Zanarkand that it's supposed to protect. And this would be the beginning of the cycle actually breaking. Then, there's the matter of how Yevonism became a religion to the rest of Spira. And it's kind of hard to not see Bavel as the bad guys in this situation. They appropriated the story of Yevon to create this religion and control the narrative around Sin. This all came after their war devastated Zanarkand, and then they had the nerve to make this a holy site. By exploiting the public fear of Sin, they created a religion that frames Sin as a divine punishment for mankind's transgressions, and the ritual of the pilgrimage and the final summoning as the only hope for salvation. The Calm became a symbol of hope. And when Sin inevitably returns, the blame is placed on the people for failing to uphold Yevon's teachings, allowing Bavel to gain even more power. In truth, Yuna and the temple leaders always knew Sin would come back, but this cycle of hope and despair kept the people obedient and kept Bavel in power. Bavel would do things like ban the use of Machina for the people, all while keeping them secretly for themselves. No wonder they didn't like the Al-Bhed for not believing in these lies, more like the Al-Based. And so the entire religion of Yevonism is a cover-up story for the atrocities of war and the creation of Sin. Sin in itself also represents something at the core of Final Fantasy X's story, so much so that they named the entire world of Spira after it. That is, of course, the spiral, the cycle of nature and life, the spiral of lies, and how we can actually break some of those cycles. Some for good, like breaking the cycle of lies, and some of those cycles like breaking the span of natural life. like Seymour and Yu Yevon wanted to do, being cycles that you shouldn't break. This brings us to an incredibly fascinating parallel with Maester Seymour and Yu Yevon. Despite Seymour's heresy against Yevonism, he is someone who deeply understood Yu Yevon's vision. As we mentioned,
Okay, before we get into this next part, there's a couple things I want to say here, because Ryan's picked up on some really cool things here. So some basic religious philosophy sort of stuff. When it comes to religions, one of the ways that I teach religions and the origination of certain ways of being and ways of understanding the world around you, I very seldom am going to use things like this is always the case or this is never the case or that sort of thing. Religions and ideologies that seek to explain things in the world, they oftentimes originate from a simple question. And that question is, why are things the way that they are? And typically that question is prompted by things that are wrong in the world. So why is there suffering in the world? You can look at modern day religions. Christianity asks that question. Judaism asks that question. You can look at Buddhism, for that matter, Shintoism to a degree. There's a question of why is there suffering in the world? And religions, ideologies in general, but specifically religions, seek to answer that. And so that's where you're going to get things like, for Buddhism, suffering comes from an attachment or an unhealthy attachment to things. For Judaism, it is the idea of sin and the idea that humanity rebelled against God. Christianity furthers that idea and says that because of original sin, there is this sense of distance between the perfection and ideal of the heavenly realms or the Garden of Eden even, that image of perfection, and where we currently are. And so there's always this question of what went wrong and how do we make it right again? And so the reason I share that is because Ryan does a really great job here of talking about how Bavel has commodified and sold a religion that says this is why things happen. It's because, insert their explanation, we used machina or this sort of thing. But that's not really the truth. It's not that they used machina. Instead, it was this original creator of the cycle that has kind of caused this thing to happen over and over and over again. And Bavel has used it to insert themselves and their power structures over humanity. Now, this is a great question for us, and something that we even talked about a little bit last time. You might say, well, you know, like, this is very anti-religion. I actually don't believe that. I don't believe that Final Fantasy X is anti-religion. I do believe that it is anti-institution and corruption. And so it's not just religion, but it's anything that says this is the explanation of the world, and in order to solve that explanation of the world, that dichotomy or the distance between where we are and where we want to be, you have to fall in line to this governing structure. This is where power can be abused. Now, if the people at the top of something are good, then all of that power grab and stuff can be good, right? If the people at the top of an oppressive structure or a group in power or an institution that is in power, if they are perfect and good and have the best interests of the world and all in mind, then follow those people, right? The problem is they aren't. And that is why when it comes to politics, when it comes to faulty religious institutions, when it comes to, I tell my freshmen, professors, you have to ask deeper questions of just more than just, does this sound right? I say to my freshmen, you should ask yourself the question, what's in it for them? And I say to my freshmen, you should ask the question of me, what's in it for me, my professor? What's in it for me? Because if you can really kind of get down to that and say, okay, well, this may be an altruistic sort of thing, or there is something, and am I okay with that kickback that they're getting from all of this, then you're able to kind of navigate some of those pitfalls a little bit more. But when you're in a cycle of grief, a cycle of shame, a cycle that says, I need those at the top, or I need this institution in order to be better or to be right with God. Oh man, that's one. I need this thing in order to be right with the divine. That's nonsense. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. As a Christian, I believe that the church is the chosen vehicle of the divine to bring people into a greater knowledge of God. But the church has gotten a lot wrong in 2,000 years. Look at a headline. So, we don't put our trust in Bevel. We don't put our trust in a politician. We put our trust in trying to transcend those things. And really, what are the things that are going to bring about a better world? And that's one of the things that I love about Final Fantasy X. They break the cycle of oppression that had been working, quote, 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 on and on for years. But I don't know, to a degree, we're all in this. We all do this every single day. And it's not just religion, but it's any number of things where there's any sort of power dynamic, power structure. So that's my hobby horse that I have to talk and speak into that. There's about a minute left. Let's continue, finish up. He's getting into some interesting things about Yevon here. Let's go.
Yevon preserved his people by turning them all into faith, and no longer shackling them to the weight of biological constraints like suffering and death. Viewed thus, to die was to be free of death and to experience everlasting life. Seymour realized that he could scale this business. As such, he wanted to take control of Sin and save the world through death, believing that only in death could Spira be freed from its endless cycle of sorrow and fear. In his twisted logic, sin wasn't the curse, life was. Sin was the cure, and to become sin was to become an instrument of salvation, ending all suffering by ending all life. In this way, Seymour and Yevon share the same destination. Yevon kept this supposed liberation exclusive for his people, and Seymour wanted to democratize it by giving it to all the people of Spira, an entire world of unsent, who would no longer have any pain or suffering to worry about. The story of Sin and Yevon is incredibly compelling to me, and it is not really told explicitly in Final Fantasy X. And now that I know it all a lot more clearly, it deepens my appreciation of the game that much more. Leave me a comment below if there's another part of FF10's lore you'd like to see me explore. Be sure to check out Punishing Grey Raven, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later, guys.
Very good. Love that. Again, he did a great job with that one. Angelos, I think you're spot on. We've had good and bad leadership in Catholicism. The faith remains the same. Local leadership is very important. And that's exactly right. This is why it's so important, especially in the Catholic Church, for there to be prayerful, sincere elections and kind of placing of those in leaderships. And I think that there's a lot of really, really interesting stuff that transfers to a lot of different parts of life, right? It's always a Smith. I'm just getting back to that. It's always the laity who pays for the sins of the clergy. Boy, isn't that the truth? Yikes. Hate that. And yet, it's very true. Very true. Okay, so with that, what a starter. Great video. Great food for thought. We're going to get into some good stuff, and we're going to get into what I consider to be the focal point of this game tonight, the revelation of Yuna, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. As we go through this, I hope that you'll chime in with some of your thoughts. remember, I am a religious studies professor, and so I tend to lean a little bit more into the religious and theological aspects. And so if you got questions about that sort of thing, would love to chat about that. If you want to bring up other things, then we'll certainly talk about that as well. Lots of comments right now. I've always loved what the cardinal said when Napoleon boasted he would destroy the church if 1,800 years of bishops and priests haven't destroyed it. What makes you think you can? I heard someone say one time, if ever there was a beautiful, if ever there was evidence of God, it's the fact that the church still exists in spite of itself. I love that. It's really funny. Kind of tongue in cheek. That's a loophole. If everyone becomes unsent, most of them will become fiends. Is that really salvation? Yeah, it's amazing what the wicked will say. I get Sephiroth vibes from that kind of understanding. That's why in Rebirth he says things like death is a homecoming. You're coming back to what it's supposed to be, right? So death is a release, an escape in many of those ways. So there's that. Too bad it's in a game where the characters cannot. I'm not even finishing that. I'm not even saying that. That's nonsense. Subtext is sin. That's what I heard. It's not ject. It's subtext. Kuya, as a Christian, I've always had the issue of those Christian megachurches who've used donation money to enrich themselves, even saying lines like, the more you donate, the more God will bless you. Yeah, and I think that it's a little, I want to clarify that. Not every megachurch is necessarily like that. However, there's a strand, and it goes into prosperity gospel or prosperity theology that really does a number. I've known several people, friends even, who have fallen victim to some of those dynamics of prosperity stuff, lost a lot of money, and had a lot of time in therapy with people that, with therapists that tried to help them absolve their own grief and guilt of like, if I don't give, if I don't do this, then God will hate me, right? And so that's one of the leverages that some of these sort of institutions will do. There's a great, if you have never seen Through the Eyes of Tammy Faye, it was a movie a couple years ago, phenomenal movie that really talks about this. I would dare say play through Final Fantasy X and go watch Through the Eyes of Tammy Faye and kind of make that analogy between Bevel and Jim Baker and Tammy Faye Baker. Really great stuff. Sephiroth still sounds somewhere more sane than Seymour, from a matter of thinking, speaking. Religion at its core is not bad. It just tells you to follow some rules that ended up being don't be a bad person, but people become corrupt and then it goes downhill. The Crusade says hello. In a lot of ways, you're right. I think religion is at its best when it is a relinquishing of certainty and it's a turn toward mystery. And it's trying to answer the question of how do you overcome suffering through a suggestion, not through a set of rules that you have to follow or else you're a, quote, bad person. What I say to students of Christianity at the University of Alabama is this: sin in Christianity does not make you a bad person, but according to Christianity, it makes you a dead person. Whereas living in God makes you fully alive as God intended. This is classic Christian theology. And so life that is fully yielded to God is a life in which one doesn't sin out of obligation, but they don't sin because that connection to God matters more to them, okay? So it's not a guilt sort of thing, but it's a desire sort of thing. Who was it? Crap. I think it's George Whitfield, but I could be wrong about this. There's a phrase that says, God is glorified most when you are loving him and enjoying him best. And that is taken out of the religious sphere, because it feels like religion sometimes has to be this chain around your neck, this just like, and this is in the New Testament, a cross to bear, right? And yet the same Jesus who said, take up your cross and follow me, also said, I have come that you may have life and life to the full. What I mean makes you a dead person. What it means is you are not fully alive, right? And so sin, according to Christian theology, right? Sin is an aversion, an aberration of what it means to be truly human. And I'm not talking about things like shellfish, okay? That can be easily overcome by even a cursory study of the book of Leviticus, and there's a myriad things like that. What I'm talking about are the core aspects of it. So you look at like the fruit of the Spirit in Galatians: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. To act in a way where you are not in control is like a death on the inside of you. You're not living, but you are kind of existing out of an obligation of this like out of controlness. A lack of joy, that's not life, but that's like an inner death. A lack of love, hate is kind of a death inside of you, because you're created in love, by love, and for love. Right? You're not created in hate, by hate, and for hate, but it's the reverse of that. And so that's kind of what we're getting at here. Good religion helps people live, not have a hollow existence where suffering has the last word. In good and proper religion, and specifically Christianity, as I was saying about the sin phrase, the worst things are never the last thing. Sin doesn't have the last word. Does that make sense? Okay, so welcome to theology class with Prof at the beginning of this stream. I say beginning, we've been going for an hour, but that's what we do when we dissect a video. That's what it is. And so if we can talk more about that. That's actually probably a good conversation for Discord. To be honest, because this is like a whole realm of really interesting things. And I could go on and on about how Buddhism does this, Shintoism does this, and even the Greeks, ancient Greeks did this to a degree, and certainly Masoretic texts and things like that. So, Yahoo! Theology. Now, that's not 101. I think y'all hit 201, if not 301 tonight. So, that's fun. Let's get to playing some games, shall we? You Yevon this, you Yevon that. Okay. Let me turn up my volume so I can hear some things. All right. All right. Maybe you learned something. If you've got questions, always feel free to DM me and we can continue the chat offline. Now let's see if my leveling up has done anything worthwhile. If I die first time, I'm throwing this through a window. Oh, here they come. An abominable snow beast. So friends, what I've been doing lately is I do a lot of stealing from Riku. And then I do a lot of sphere grinding from everybody else. Oh, you jerk. That was real mean. That was real mean of you, and I am not going to stand for that. Freaking Yeti. And we're also going to steal from that Guado real quick. Yeah. That way they can't heal themselves. Very important. And as for you, we're going to bring in Waka. No, we're not. I'm going to bring in Aron real quick. And we're going to I want to immobilize him with fear. But I think first I'm going to power break this guy so that he doesn't hit as hard. Okay, so let's see if that actually works. I'm trying to slow it down. Oh, see, he hit me for half at that point, and that's beautiful. I'm trying to play more slowly so that I don't make terrible ideas or make terrible choices. And now is he blind? Perfect. See? Gotta be smart. Now let's get rid of Riku and let's go ahead and start killing these guys. I always need to extract mana, or mana, as many would say. Oh, no, 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 no. He used eye drops? Oh, I gotta get rid of those guys. Oh, you freaking jerk. You stupid jerk. You did not just do that to me. Okay, we're gonna bring him back to life. Freaking Yeti, man. Freaking Yeti. Okay, well, so he's gonna kill somebody, but I'm gonna damage all enemies right now. How do I do this? Okay, that was good. Big money, big money. Oh, that guy's still alive. That's upsetting. Do not protect him. He does not need your help. Okay. What if we... Oh, this is a good idea. What if we used Ifrit here? That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Let's do Ifrit. Whoa. I did do a lecture. It was a big lecture. What's up, Birdwatcher? Welcome in. Let's... Ooh, this is not awesome. Ooh, I can definitely get him. Eddie the Yeti. That's a good name for him. I don't think that's gonna work, but we're gonna try. Okay, he's dead, but he's gonna use shell. Now he's gonna attack me. Oh, that was not pleasant. Let me use this. Good hit. Now he's gonna hit me again. Oh, missed. You jerk. Ooh, missed me again. How about Hellfire? Y'all, the other night I watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think I've been I told y'all. I think it's the follow, Ratchet. I think I told y'all that I've been watching all of the animated Disney movies from the first one. Oh, rest in peace, Ifrit. From Snow White all the way to present day. Well, I got through Hercules the other day, and I watched Hunchback just before that. I love Hunchback. But there's a song called Hellfire in Hunchback that is just like chef's kiss. Let's use Lulu here, I think. How much more? Okay, he's almost dead. Oh, this is not gonna go well. But Fyra, let's try that. I am so bad at this. Dadgummit, that was so bad. Boo. Boo this man. Okay, Auron. What if, new idea, we bring back out Waka and we almost always inflicts darkness for 3 turns. Let's do that again. Oh no. Oh, bye Lulu. Okay. Old Tidus, let's use you. Ooh, sword play. Slice and dice. Let's go, baby. Ooh, first try. I never do that. Oh man, I wish you were stronger, Tidus. Okay. Ooh, good hit. Slots? Why not, you know? Oh. I'm real bad at that. Oh boy. Kimori, we could use you. How about, ooh, Ronso Rage? Well, none of those are gonna work. What if we did extract mana. Yeah. Love that. And as for you, what if we delayed your attack? Ooh. Didn't work. Did not work. Not one bit. What if we put him to sleep? Could we try that? He does not sleep. How about a seed cannon? That is still big multi-hit damage for old Tidus. Okay, Yuna. We gotta bring Waki back to life. And we're gonna still extract mana because I need all of the spheres. How about we bring out old Lou? I missed Fire Breath? Boo. Big money. We got him. I missed Fire Breath. That's a bummer. Good job, everybody. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-ba-da. Oh no. Look at all them, well, 2 people gain levels. 3 mana spheres though, we love that. That's a good day. That's a good day, all right. Yeah. Okay, now where are we going?
Praise be to Yevon.
Ugh.
That's what I would have said if I was a follower of Yevon.
Praise be to
We're all
Yevon.
there and in one piece. Even if I had a headache from wondering what was in store for us next.
Praise be to Yevon. That's what I would say if I was a follower of Yevon. I love him. I feel like in some ways, Tidus and I'm like, I feel like I could be a mixture of Tidus and Zach and maybe a little bit of like, maybe a little bit of Squall. Squall's like cutting enough. I feel like Zach and Tidus are never sarcastic, but I need Squall's sarcasm. And so the 3 of them make one prof, I think.
We're under the lake ice, aren't we?
Yes, Ratchet, that's what I would say. Flying spaghetti monster, that's a pretty good idea for you, Yevon. We're under the ice lake. Maybe.
Look, that's the bottom of the temple.
Yuna, the summoner priest herself, has started following. Thank you so much. Bye, Lulu. I don't know, Aaron.
What now? You act first and think later, don't you? I mean, can't you be a little more responsible? We're all depending on you, you know?
A lecture.
No.
Thank you, Stoic. I think that's the Squall part coming in.
You should place trust in your friends. But you can't expect someone to protect you all the time. You would do well to remember that.
Is that a lecture?
I didn't say it.
Advice.
And listen, I'm going to do my very best to keep it from happening, Yuna Summoner Priest.
Young summoners are magnets for trouble.
New hat tonight. Thank you for noticing,
So
Big
now
G.
we're the traitors that killed a maester.
We are. Hey, Waka.
Hey, Waka, would you cheer up? Look, we only did what we had to do.
It doesn't matter. Don't you see? I've always walked the path of Yevon. But now, I'm a traitor.
That's tough.
How could this happen?
That's a hard day.
It's not Riku's fault either.
Ah, yikes.
You don't know how I feel.
I don't walk up, but I want
Wonder
to.
what the Aurochs are doing now.
Probably losing without
Wonder
us.
what the Aurochs are...
Riku, how are you? We'll check on Yuna last, because that feels like the most important.
Yuna's okay. She's breathing fine and all. How are Lulu and Waka?
Well, Waka's in shock. Can't blame him either. And Lulu, well, she's just the same as always.
Lulu's always chill, you know?
She's so together. All grown up, I
Waka's
guess.
so racist, always.
I guess.
Well, just give me 5 or 6 more years.
So, Kamari, how do we get out of here?
Hey, don't change the subject.
Excuse me, Yuna is like on the ground.
Sorry too.
We don't have to talk about you, Riku.
Try will become.
Huh?
I think he means you have to work hard if you want to be like Lulu.
Hmm.
Oh, I will.
Kimari think Riku should stay Riku.
Huh?
Kimari start
You
talking.
saying I'll never be like Lulu? Kimari!
How could you laugh at a time like this?
Oh, yeah.
Yuna?
Yuna.
I wanted to confront Maester Seymour about his father, Lord Driscoll. I wanted to convince him to turn himself in to Yevon's judgment.
In exchange for marriage?
Hmm.
Yes, if that's what it took.
So, what did Seymour say?
He didn't say anything. Now I don't even think it was worth it. I should have told you what I was going to do.
Enough.
Hmm.
Dwelling in the past is futile.
Oh.
Hey, you don't have to say it like that.
You want to waste time listening to her regrets?
You don't have to say it like that.
There's a little value. I mean, it just
Our
happened.
immediate concern is Yuna's pilgrimage. Are you willing to go on?
Yes. But then, do you think Yevon will allow it?
The Faith are the ones that give power to the summoners, not the temples or the teachings. If the temples try to stop us, then we will defy Yevon if we must.
Wow.
Whoa!
I can't believe you said that.
Sir Orin?
I said what I
Count
said.
me out.
Okay. Stay
We have
here.
to atone, to make up for the sins we have committed. Of course. It's not like I ever liked Maester Seymour, yeah? No way I'll ever forgive him for killing Lord Driscoll. And for trying to do us all in two, you know? But still, the bunch of us going against Yevon? No way.
That's coward talk, Waka.
But still,
That
we have
cameraman.
transgressed.
That cameraman always zooming in on Lulu.
We must go to Bevel. We must speak with Maester Micah and explain what has happened. There is no other way, I think.
I agree.
Sir Orin,
So it is decided.
will you come with us?
I am the troublemaker after all.
Yeah, that's right. You can always count on Aaron to complicate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kamari roars and Orin runs off, and
I never asked you to follow me.
Hey, but that's what friends are for. Right?
yep.
Thank you.
Huh?
Friends, huh?
Friends.
Man, how can you all act like nothing's wrong? Must got nerves of steel or something.
You're too edgy. Listen to the hymn and calm down.
Let's go ahead and save. I've learned. Always save first. It's the name of this game. Okay, where you at, Yuna?
Is that coming from the temple?
Yes, it is Yevon's gift. It soothes the hearts of the faithful.
Gotta make sure the assets are safe. Y'all are killing me. Okay, he had a sword named Avenger. Counterattack. Yes. That's what we wanted. Counterattack. Yes, sir. And let's try to customize it. Wouldn't that be fun? I want you to have strength +3 because I like for Tidus to be really strong. Great. Now, where were we? Hey, Waka.
Say, you feel something weird in the air?
It's fireflies.
Some kind of bad vibes or something?
Yeah.
I thought so.
It's amazing to have Yuna in the
What's that
chat
singing?
and on the screen. It's amazing.
Face.
Oh. Huh? The Faith? What? It can sing?
Of course it can. Don't be a fool.
You idiot. Everybody knows that.
Friends, huh? First time a non-Albed called me that.
Don't get used to it, kid.
I'm sure that Maester Micah will listen to us.
Yuna, I got bad news for you. Ain't nobody gonna listen to us. We killed a maester.
Jack used to sing this song.
Yeah, over and over.
My old man.
But not this good, that's for sure.
Nah.
Another
Jacked.
trait you share.
Hey.
What? You were listening?
Were we singing, Tidus? So we were.
Hey, can't I get a little privacy?
Your singing reminded me of Spira.
Oh, right. You're not originally from Xanarkand, are you? You homesick?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Say, how'd you get to Xanarkand anyway? Sin?
Always.
Uh-huh. I thought so.
That proved it. Sin was the link between Xanarkand and Spira. Which means...
Parent of the year,
if we kill
always.
Sin, I'll never be able to go home.
Never. Alright, well. Hey, Riku. Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Singing stopped.
It's probably because we killed a maester.
The ground.
Oh, that's definitely Sin. Oh, there it is!
Sin! The toxin, watch out!
Sin's toxins. Oh, crap. More
It was
toxins.
then I knew that Sin really was my old man. For
Hmm.
the first time, I was finally able to believe it.
What did it?
The song you were listening to. What is it this time?
Wow, 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 wow. It does look like a weapon. Just another similarity.
Xanarkand.
Ooh, Xanarkand.
Ah, you homesick too?
Hmm.
That's not your world anymore. You're Sin now.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm older now, you know?
You gonna cry?
I know.
I'm just gonna cry.
You want this to end.
Oh. He really does.
I'll find a way, promise.
Natty Ox, you're so right. These are the questions nobody's asking. Whoa, 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 we're in a desert! Okay, I don't remember this part of the game at all. But we'll save it. Okay, let's get...
Where am I?
the desert. I hate a desert.
I forgive you this time.
There are not a lot of deserts in games I like, except Gerudo Desert in Zelda. I like that one. There is a treasure chest. Oh, excuse me. Gotta get that treasure chest. A remedy? Would there be a Tidus laugh if that happens? Ha ha ha! All by myself. Where's Waka? Do 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 do. Ooh, good hit. Ow, that's painful. Ooh, good counterattack. I actually feel like I had it under control, but thanks. I already saved it. Don't you worry. I already saved it. Lulu, you joined us? Thanks, girl. I don't know. Thunder? I don't even know. Wow, 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 wow. Let's hit Auron. Wah, wah, wah. We need to extract power. I need more power spheres. Nice. As for you, why don't we water-ah? What if we cheered? This is not a first playthrough, no. But it is the first in maybe 15 years. So, maybe kind of. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, he's down. Let's get him. Now attack. Get him. Yeah. What is my favorite symbolism or subtle thing in Final Fantasy X that people rarely catch? Let me think about that. I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh my gosh, thank you, Amy, for the gift subs. Amazing. Thank you so much. It's a great game. It's frustrating if you're trying to play it like a different kind of game. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, look at all my power spheres and a blinding Kate Sith. What? I got whiskers.
The others?
Haven't found them yet.
Hmm.
We're supposed to stay in one place if we get split up.
Wait here if you want. He's not.
I'm still thinking about that question. I think it's a good question to ask. What is my favorite subtle symbolism sort of thing? Ooh, I need this one. Yeah. I think that maybe my favorite thing, I don't know if a lot of people don't talk about it, but I love the connections between the, like the far plane and the life stream in Final Fantasy VII. I love some of the subtle allusions between this game and Final Fantasy VII. I think that's really, really neat. I don't think that they're connected necessarily, but I do think that they're just cool nods. I feel like if I was going to do like one video essay on this game, aside from death rituals and rites, that I would be really interested in theology of death and Spira. I think that would be awesome. I think I'd like to do a video on Final Fantasy 7 and 10 parallels, which I think would be cool. Albed Primer. Hey yo, I'm a Paracon. A first aid kit. What is this? Oh. Okay. I guess I don't need that. Oh, wrong way. Go around this way. What's over here? Kimari. Look at sweet Kimari trying to walk on sand. I also like the idea of the pilgrimage. One of the things that we've been talking about over the course of this semester, or summer, has been the idea of religious pilgrimages, particularly John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. If y'all are reading that, I do have some resources I need to upload. Sorry about that. Ooh, let's slow guy that.
There's no rush.
I feel like it would too, Amy. But that whole idea of ooh, look at that. That's so good. Claws don't work on sand. I don't know, we're looking for you. It's so difficult. I'm getting greedy for spheres. That's what's happening. Just getting greedy. Anyway, I love the idea of pilgrimage. And we've been reading John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress this summer alongside this game. And I think it's interesting. I think it's kind of a cool parallel. It's not like a one-to-one parallel by any means, but it's neat. Oh, gosh. I don't know, man. Can I sleep him? Maybe. Nope, he does not sleep. Wow,
So, how shall we do this?
I don't know. Oh, blizzard. And water. Love that. Let's try this. Slow.
Relax, take it easy.
Immune, of course.
You place too much trust in your magics.
Not anymore, he doesn't. Okay, what are we doing? Well, then let's just speed us up. If we can't slow him down. Blizzara. Blizzara. Nice. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Hit him back. Good hit. And we'll use it on me too. God, I gotta heal myself soon. Dune worm. That does kind of feel like that. No, do not swallow. Do not. Do not. Do not. Run away, Tidus. Run away. Boom. That's true. There are a lot of number 10s in this game. Holy crap. This is taking forever. Let's try Watera. Watera. Maybe Waka now. How about Dark Buster? Former football players in my class? I actually can't talk about that, Tyler. That's actually one of those things that I would get in trouble for. But that should let you know all you want to know. Need to know. No! Oh, thankfully, Tidus is back. Ooh. Ooh, drain. We should do that. Do that one. Ooh, okay, that wasn't terrible. Okay, let's keep trying to Blizzara. I could really use a summoner right about now. Aim. Waka, get out of here. We're gonna...
As you wish.
Thank you. As for you... Oh, wait. What if we did this? Evasion. That could be fun. Let's do that. All good, Tyler. Funny rules. Slice and dice. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at it. Lulu doing work over here. Why don't we cheer ourselves? I do need a summoner to save the Guardians. Shooting star. Hey! He just Babe Ruthed him out of the desert. That was amazing. That was incredible. Okay, we need to heal ourselves. I'm gonna use just regular potions. That was ridiculous. Yuna! Yuna! Yeet, yeet, yeet! Speaking of yeet, how did we all feel about SummerSlam this past weekend? What were the highs? What were the lows? I had some highs and lows. And that was one of the ways. Yeah.
Hey, you, Machina!
Hey, you! Machina! Give me that ability. Hey, you! Give me that mana. Hooah! Yeet, yeet, yeet! Wee. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's Riku. On Evo this weekend. Okay, okay, okay. What happened there? I don't really keep up with the fighting game scene, so I don't really know anything about it. Let's go ahead and bring out Lulu here.
So, how shall we do this?
Ooh, he doesn't like fire? Fire it is. Youch.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. What a young man that Auron. 35 years old, please.
Oh. Hey guys.
Hey, Riku.
Gone.
Gone. Some guardian I am.
Some guardians we are.
There's something I want to tell you, but promise not to say anything. No glaring either. I know where we are. We're on Bikanel Island. There's a place us Albed call home near here.
What'd you call me?
Uni's there, I'm sure of it. Other Albed must have come and rescued her.
Rescued? You mean kidnapped?
What does it matter as long as she's safe?
That's right. Anyway, I will take you there if you promise.
Promise what?
That you won't tell anyone about it. Especially not Yevonites, okay?
Well, we got the head Yevonite right here.
Who knows what they'll do if they knew?
Give me a break. What are you accusing Yevon of this time?
Listen, Waka,
Yevon did something really
I have
bad
to
to us
turn it
before.
down.
Well, you Albed must have deserved it.
Ugh. Can't you guys talk about this later?
Just promise you won't tell anyone about this island. Promise?
Waka, come on!
All right.
To be fair, this island kind of sucks, Riku, so we don't want to tell anybody about it anyway. It's just sand. I don't like sand. Got some Albed potions. Oh, time to save again. Boom, 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 boom.
That way.
Okay. Ba 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 ba.
Let me handle the Machina. I can take them apart piece by piece.
Okay. We did pretty well against him. Auron, you take care of the other one. And that's how it's done. Auron, like he just smoked a pack of cigs.
Isn't there an easier way?
No complaining.
Have you met him? That's what he does best. Waka. Down. Got him. Lulu. Job for you. Comb the desert. That is a very good reference. Not everybody's gonna get it, but I do. Has anyone seen the new Naked Gun movie? By the way, that type of humor reminds me of that. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. Oh, don't let that Machina stab you. Where is Riku? Riku, control your pets. Following you, Riku. Ooh, a treasure. Okay, more battles. Let's see here. What do we want to do here? Why not steel? Why not? I really wish I had mug. Ooh, so good. Let's, oh, I did it to the wrong one. But that means we can get, oh, well, never mind. Ow, don't let them do that. Ow. Okay, extract mana. Whew. Okay, Tidus, I need you. Where is Yuna? The search for Yuna. High potions. Okay. Ooh, sphere grids. Time to use some more of this. Got some power. And how about a mana? Yeah. And you got a power again. And another power for defense. Nice. I'm getting so powerful, you guys. So powerful. Power. Defense. And Riku. How about just some mana for you? Ooh, Lulu. You got stuff. Some mana. Waka, lots to learn with you. Oh, big level there. Listen, we're trying. I'd love to save you, Yuna, but the problem is I gotta play with my sphere grid real quick. So you're gonna have to wait. All right, to the next thing. Okay, where are you? One down. Ooh, attack him. Oh, miss. Okay, we need Waka. Bum, 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 bum. And we need Lulu. And attack. Take that. I love that little Moomba. We need more Moombas in video games. In more Final Fantasies. That's what I need. But actually, I think I just got her a new thing. A Blinding Kate Sith? Is that what I wanted? No. I don't want that. I like the Moomba, man. But the Dark Touch is also cool. Moomba it is. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, is that a save point? Oh, we gotta hit that save point first. Oh, we gotta hit this first. I'll bed potions. Something and fiend. 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 Okay. Got one. As for you, go ahead and extract ability. Bam! And Auron, we need you. Farewell. That would have been so upsetting if I had gotten game over there. I only say that because that happened to me the other day. Okay, now, where were we? Gotta run up here now. Fiend, 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 fiend. Were you an Albed Primer? Yes, sir. This way to home, I bet. Okay, so same crew. I feel like we're getting so much better at attacking things. It's just really important. You can't be lazy in this game, even with battles. Like, if you do the wrong thing, get the wrong people in there, you're donezo. Oh. I thought we were close. We are not. A cactuar!
Sorry, maybe next time.
Crap. Crap. Waka, I need you to stay alive, bud. Waka did not. Waka chose to die. So we're going to bring him back. Or... no, I definitely feel like we need to bring him back. Boo. Okay, everybody. All because of our half-Albed summoner. I'm telling you, man. All the trouble she puts us through. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Don't get too close. Oh. Not worth it. Not getting that. Riku. Get that big one first. Nice. I really do not remember this desert.
Too easy.
It's too easy. Can you break them like that, Riku? Well, guess I gotta go through it. Nice. Ow. Ow! Okay, as for you. Oh. Yevon. Lots of goodies in this desert. We're gonna have to come back for them then. No. Slots. Let's do it. Oops. 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 Fire it is. Okay, still worked. Seed burst. The Summoner Sanctuary. Yeah, I don't appreciate the Summoner Sanctuary. Ow. That must be when they fell in love, when Waka threw his blitz ball at her. Man, there's a lot of health on this guy. Can he sleep? No. No sleeping. Attack! Riku, maybe you can steal from him. Didn't break him. Ow! Ow! What do I want to do right now? Auron. Oh, this will be good. How about a shooting star here? Four! That's how it's done. Good job, everybody. We did it. Oh no.
What? Yuna's down there.
Of all the places.
Let's go.
Yuna?
Kayaku! Who's attacking us? Protect Directly!
The Guado are out of control. Kayaku!
A war between Yevon and the Al Bhed?
You heard right.
Vidran!
Father. Hmm.
You Riku's friends? Well, just don't stand there. Come on. Let's go kick those Guado out of our hole.
Let's do it. Let's hunt some Guado.
Who? Sid, leader of the Al Bhed. He's my dad.
Your dad?
Yeah. We have to save Uni.
Not only Yuna, right?
Kayako!
Right.
First, we gotta check the bodies. They could all have high potions, and that's important. But first, a save point. That's the most important thing. Wah. It's just Dune. Yeah.
Yuna! Where are you?
Yuna! You ain't gonna need them anymore. That's right. You think you could steal from them? Oh, we gotta steal from that Guado. They love to high potion themselves. Do not confuse my girl Lulu. Not without Yuna to heal her. You? That was so mean. Let's go ahead and take care of this Guado. Maybe this is what I need. No, not doing that. No. We're going to use Waka. And first things first, extract an ability from him. And now fire. Oh. Is he still alive? Ugh. Dang, Lulu is good at dodging. Okay, you first. Ow. One down. Let's bring in Kimari. Nope, let's bring in Tidus. Nice. We're looking for you, Yuna. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let's start with you. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe it was Kyaku. Mm-mm. Okay, now... Not water, Okay, this should do it. Overkill.
Let's find Yuna, quick!
Yes, finally. Let's find Yuna, quick.
What in Yevon's name of the...
This is terrible.
I guess we run down that way.
What'd he say?
What'd he say?
Get underground.
Where's Yuna?
Summoner Sanctum. This way.
The Summoner Sanctum. I don't love the Summoner Sanctum.
Why did you do this?
I do remember that. Okay. So let's start with you. And maybe you. Okay, okay. And now Tidus. And let's just overdrive it. Yeah. Whew, that was close. I'm so bad at this. I need him to hit harder. Don't hit Lulu, please. Ooh, good. There's a missable primer here. Brother, I've missed a lot of primers. I am less than ready for that. Good, get rid of him. Nice. These are the only missable ones? Okay. Uh-oh. I was too busy chatting. Okay, well, where are the primers then? I guess we'll go get them. Thank you. I'm so glad that you hopped in, Shiny. Hope you're doing great. Take that. Piece of cake.
Yuna, where are you?
Relatable. Thank you, Smith. I have been meaning to ask if y'all had chapter markings, and I keep forgetting. First one is outside, right of the entrance door. Like, I need to go backwards. Yeah, let me go back there. Oh, I can't go back that way anymore. Well, that's a shame. Wait, there's a save. I have to save. No! Go back! Go back in! No! I have to go back in! Well, I missed it. Gotta go down first. Okay. Okay. Now I can go back? Okay.
This place done for.
Yeah, Waka.
You're right. You're right, Waka. We Albed, we weren't always like this. Sin destroyed the island where we all used to live. After that, we were scattered to every corner of Spira. But then, my dad brought the Albed together again. If we put our minds to it and work together, then we could make a new home. Everyone worked hard. We had our home back again.
I'm done for.
Why did things have to turn out this way?
Riku.
That alarm is driving me crazy. Crap. Okay, Riku, I need you. I missed the 3 missable ones. Well, it's over. It's over. There's nothing I could do. What do I want to do? How about Tidus? And how about we just slow god them? And this will be fun. Why don't we use... I don't know. Arctic wind and a grenade. Snow flurry. Okay. Not Megiddo flame. Ow. You jerk. How about a cheer? And now, Kimari. Ow. Okay, everybody needs to get it together over there. What if we did a mega potion? No, not enough. So let's start with... How about a power break? Good old power break. Actually, we need to kill that Guado first. Good. And now let's put in somebody with lower HP. And now let's use a mega potion. Smart. Lulu, what are you doing over there? Not aqua breath. Ow. One of you guys is gonna die. Lulu, I really need you to stop being confused. She's driving me crazy. But I'm not gonna use an item on her. I refuse. That jerk. Oh. He's gonna die at some point. That's what I keep thinking. Okay, slice and dice. Oh, I hate that so bad. Repping his Destiny Island days. You're so right, Tool Man. Okay, let's swap out for maybe Kimari now. How about that? And he's still alive. Dadgummit. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. This guy's got to be dead soon. He's not, though. Oh, and then Tidus took a swing at Lulu. What? I don't know. I don't know. That's not gonna happen. I need Tidus to get the Buster Sword. That would be awesome. Because right now, Tidus has got nothing. Okay, Lulu, I guess I am gonna have to give this to you. You're driving me crazy. Okay, no. Do I want to lower their luck? Oh, finally. And he's down. That's great. Let's go ahead and delay him again. Overdrive, this does nothing. Armor break and their physical defense goes to 0. Are you serious? Let's try that. I don't have armor break. Did I miss that on the freaking sphere grid? Well, guess we're gonna do it the long way, aren't we? That is so frustrating. How about bio? Time to get down. Immune. One thing I hate about old games is that status effects usually don't work. Drives me up the wall. Okay, well, Auron, let's just go ahead and use a high potion on you. I don't have it. Likely I missed it. It's fine. Waka can blind and silence them. That is a great idea. Dark attack. Well, he's maybe blind. One of those heads is blind. And I can at least power break him. Ow. Oof. Okay, let's go ahead and use a Phoenix down. This guy, this is taking forever to fight. Let's keep going. You passed out your desk. Did you miss anything? No, probably not. Is your cat stealing almonds? Oh no. That's terrible. How about Blizzara? Bushido. Can I damage him? That's not going to work on this guy. You know it's not, but we'll try it. It did work. Now I appreciate that yeet worked. We didn't have a lot of fun in the desert.
Riku, what is the Summoner's
Riku.
Sanctum?
The Summoner's Sanctum is where we keep the summoners. We keep them safe there.
You kidnapped them.
No.
I know it's against the teachings and all that.
I get why you did it, but...
Well, I sure don't get it, Waka. They might get hurt on their pilgrimage? So you kidnap them? I mean, if the summoners don't do their job, then who will beat Sin?
Thank you so much.
You want to protect them, I know.
Okay, this is it. The moment.
If Guardians do their job well, summoners will be safe. Right? Right?
It's quiet. Kimari goes now.
Kimari does not like an awkward moment. It's a great moment.
Yuna, please be here.
The vibes are off. I am leaving. Yuna!
She's not here. Hello again.
Hello.
Wait there until we have performed the sending.
They died, protecting us. It's not much, but the least we can do is give them a proper sending.
Let's get to it then.
Hey, what's sacrificed? The Al-Bed said summoners were being sacrificed. That summoners shouldn't have to do a pilgrimage.
Why couldn't they trust Guardians to protect the summoners?
I like a
The
Mesper.
Al-Bed had no right stopping their pilgrimage.
The pilgrimages have to stop. If they don't, and they get to Xanarkand, they might defeat Sin. Yuni could... But then she... Yuni will die, you know? You know, don't you? Summoner's journey to get the final Aeon. Yuna told you, didn't she? With the final Aeon, she can beat Sin. But then... If she calls it, then the final Aeon's gonna kill her. Even if she defeats Sin, it will kill Yuni too, you know?
Was I the only one who didn't know? Tell me why! Why were you hiding it? Why didn't I know?
We weren't hiding it.
It was just too hard to say.
Lulu! How could you? How could you? Isn't she like a sister to you? I thought you were family. Why don't you do something, Waka?
Don't you think we tried to stop her? She follows her heart.
Yuna, she knew what she was doing when she chose to become a summoner. To face sin, yeah? Yuna knew.
But Waka, that's just totally wrong. Summoners shouldn't have to sacrifice themselves just so the rest of Spirit can be happy, right?
Wow.
But that is our choice.
We all live in fear of sin, you know that.
A world without sin. That is the dream of all Yevon's children. And we will use that power even if it means our lives.
I've been telling Yuna, let's go to Xanarkin together. Let's beat Sin. I told her all the things. We could. And all along, the whole time, I didn't know anything. But Yuna, she'd just smile.
Such a good scene. Wow. How did they cook 20 years ago like this? That's crazy.
Hey, you got pretty good.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what? It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are
True,
kind
Smith.
of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Whew, man. You know, something that's actually kind of cool about this scene is that he's remembering all the times that Yuna put on a brave face and a smile, even though she had this like real sadness in her. She wanted her journey to be filled with joy and laughter and all of that. And I think it's interesting when you compare that
To be full of laughter.
with Tidus, who is constantly called as a child by his father like a crybaby, you're too emotional, that sort of thing. And one of the things that I really appreciate about this
I can't let her die.
is that it's a reminder of like,
Find her.
it's a reminder that yes, there is a time to laugh and there's a time to be sad and all of that. And sometimes for the sake of those around you, you're going to need to be a little bit strong, right? Because that is a larger purpose for you right now. Now, that doesn't mean that emotions are bad. I don't ever want to say that. But what I do want to say is that it's important for Yuna to fulfill what she deems a higher calling. I really appreciate that. As a professor, as somebody that works at the university, there are times when I have to be strong on behalf of my students. When terrible things happen in the world, when things happen even on our campus. even though
Where's Yuna?
in my own heart, I feel like kind of falling apart, and maybe I will later, but sometimes you're going to put on that smile because that's what people need in that moment. So
What do you do when you find her, eh?
it's something that Tidus kind of has to learn, and he learns it from Yuna throughout this story.
Is supposed to do. And I told her all those things without even knowing. I've got to tell her.
I've got more to say.
I've got to tell her I'm sorry.
That's it? You're gonna tell her you're sorry. And then you just drag her to Zanarkand and make her fight Shin, huh?
Shin.
You're all the same. Let the summoner die so we can live in peace.
No!
Words. Show me action.
I'm telling you, she won't die!
Boy, don't forget those words. 'Cause if you do, I'm gonna make you regret it.
I won't.
Oh, that's cool, Angelus. I didn't know that.
So you know where she is?
Of course not. That's why we're gonna look.
That's why we're gonna look.
Using this airship.
Airship?
You heard, right?
Wari! Evil Maker's 1,000 years, Ujantia!
Whoa! This is such a cool part. As much as I hate deserts, this is a cool part.
Ooh, it's Jack.
Huh? Nick Pick? Pick! Echt? Elke dreht!
Fredajo, Wicho. E-A-U-E.
No Bomeno. Ren Mili. Yochu Yoko. Asate Kanae. Kutamae.
What's going on?
We're gonna blow up our home.
How?
With one of the forbidden machina.
Hmm.
Ida! Ida!
Gosh. One thing I miss about this era of video games are the cutscenes, man.
Nadine Dukit.
They're there, son. He's got that southern accent, doesn't he?
Hey, look, don't get so down. Boom! Like happy festival fireworks, yeah?
You can cram your happy festival, you big meanie.
Something that I was gonna say earlier. Yuna and Tidus here, something that keeps coming to my mind is like, bravery isn't what makes a leader, but instead a leader is made by the fact that they have followers. Okay, that's literally it. You can be a good leader or a bad leader, but a leader is going to have followers. So it's not so much that it's Yuna's bravery or Yuna's kind of moving away from or pushing down sadness that makes her a leader. It's the fact that she is going to move forward and people are going to follow her. Now, one of the things that, you know, I teach a leadership class at Bama, and one of the things that I tell students is, it is important for you to do what is important and necessary in order for people to feel like you are a person worth following. And sometimes that means that you are kind of above and beyond human emotions. So when everybody else is sad, you are driving forward. But then there are other times when it's important as a leader to show that human side. If somebody is completely just driving force and not compassionate and doesn't seem human, right? Then they come off as fake and nobody wants to follow that, right? Think about Gladio in Final Fantasy 15 when he's looking at Noctis after Noctis's like hardest day, right? Gladio says to him, "Get up and let's get going," and people really react poorly to Gladio. The reason being, because that's not what a leader is going to do, right? A leader needs to kind of sit with that for a moment. But then there are other times, and so in that moment, Gladio really needed to have compassion. There are times, however, when if everybody is sitting and sobbing and crying or whatever the case is, then you're not going to move forward. So a leader, one of the key things of leadership is to know the nuance and the difference that each moment demands. Do I need to lean into that sadness and lead through that, or do I need to rise above it and lead through that? It is always contextual, and there's never a one-size-fits-all sort of thing. But in my life and in the things that I do, it's always kind of that balance. What do people need me to be right now in order for us to get to the other side of this? And what's true to me, too? Yuna stifles her own for the purpose of the mission. And then there are moments, as we will see later on, when she does break privately. And those are important things, too. Tidus doesn't have to do that. If you think about Tidus's journey up to this point, Tidus has had the luxury of being impulsive. He does what he wants when he wants. He's a celebrity blitzball player where he comes from. He doesn't have to think about that kind of thing because everybody's kind of waiting on him. He's a leader because he's been thrust into the spotlight. But notice here, nobody's following him. Everybody's following Yuna instead of him. He has the athleticism. He has the notoriety in his former world, but he's not a leader here. He's a follower, and he's learning from Yuna how to take those emotions of his own and to become a leader. The other thing that I want to say about this is that I think that it's great and really important that this is in the context of a pilgrimage. Because one of the things that a spiritual pilgrimage is going to do is it's not just going to take you from point A to point B, right? It's not going to take you from where you are to the holy place or the destination, but it's also an inward journey where you emotionally and spiritually become someone different. And what that demands is that on your pilgrimage, you are learning to suppress, control, and manage the own tensions of your soul. And if you don't do that, then you're going to have a really hard time getting to the destination. And even though you may make it to the holy place, your heart may not be ready. Remember what it says in the Psalms, in the Hebrew scriptures. It says, who may ascend the holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, right? And part of pilgrimage is about obtaining that clean hands and a pure heart. You don't begin with that, but the act of pilgrimage is to not only leave one destination, but it's to leave a way of life, a style of life behind as you journey toward the next. Does that make sense, everybody? That's why this pilgrimage thing is so important for Tidus here. Yuna's on the pilgrimage, but Tidus is the recipient of the pilgrimage. He's heading toward what it means to truly be a hero, a leader, what it means to have real bravery. And it really, that's why I think it's so cool that he has these moments of remembering his dad, who always said, you're such a crybaby. Well, this is an emotional journey for Tidus. He doesn't need to sit and cry all the time, though there's nothing wrong with that. But if he's going to be a leader, he's got to learn to manage those emotions and to cry when it's appropriate and to lead when it's appropriate as well. That makes sense, everybody? That's what I love about this game. There's something so human and practical about the lessons we can take from this. And their pilgrimage is so much our pilgrimage as well. So anyway, I love that. Let's finish up here. We're going to do one final sequence and then we're going to call it a night, okay?
Why didn't I just shut my big mouth?
Because that's not you, Waka. We don't expect it from you.
Did you find out anything about Yuna?
Oh, I should have saved.
Okay? Don't worry, I'm using a sphere oscillifinder. If she's out there, we'll get her.
A sphere oscillifinder?
Is an ancient machina. I don't know how it works either, so don't ask me, okay?
Okay.
And you still use it?
I don't even rightly know how this rig flies either. Because of the given taboo on machina,
Waka.
we're running around in the dark here. Ain't it a rush, kiddo?
Let's save before we take another step. I want to do that one more time. Got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Wise words from a great prophet. You're so right. Hey, I'm on the airship now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey, Reeks.
Remember this ship? It's the one we found under the sea.
Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter.
Safe or not, there's trouble brewing.
Take it from me. Hey, Kimari.
Kimari never forget the Albed sacrifice.
Good. Hey, you guys.
Hey, I'm not looking forward to my brother dying when this is all
I love that they're all like, we're going to talk openly about this now that the one guy doesn't. He finally knows.
Let's think of one.
Easier said than done.
Someone's looking really blonde.
Yeah,
Is that me? I'm very blonde right now.
we
Yeah.
were thinking sin would kill us all.
Into summer, baby.
Spira doesn't have that time.
Hey, kiddo.
Let him rest.
Oh, he's had a big day. Big day. Well, hello.
Well, well. It appears you too have escaped harm.
I did.
You were on the ship too?
I came to home to pick up some goods and found myself here.
Hmm.
Quite the escape.
I'd say so.
Thankfully, my goods
What's up,
were
Fractal
spared.
Dactyl? Got any weapons? I feel good with my weapon right now, though. I like counterattack. Devastator. That's a good one. But mine's better. Okay. Let's look at other things. Items. Little Esper was bad at games. Weren't we all, buddy? Weren't we all? Makes one enemy drop mana spheres. What? I did not know that's what that stuff did. That's what I need. I need lots of those. In fact, ooh, I want to buy a world map. Oh, I already had one.
Thank you.
Now I have two. I think I can customize things. Thunderblade? Yeah. So we can distill power right here and distill ability? Shut up. That's terrific. Anybody else? Anybody else? Well, Big Smith is still bad. Yeah. Well, you've seen me play. I do not do well. Ooh, going on the bridge.
After rescuing Yuna, then what? You want to keep her safe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would you seek to stop her pilgrimage?
Of course! If she continues this fool pilgrimage, she will die. Sure as if you killed her yourself. No harebrained law or teaching could send my little niece to her death. When I save her, I'll make her give up being a summoner quicker than a desert melts ice.
Even against her will?
Quicker than a desert melts ice.
And I'll take down anyone who don't agree.
Get him.
You are the captain.
Captain.
Good. Then it's settled.
Well, I guess it is, huh? Yeah, you go to Aeons and then abilities, right? That's how you level them, right? I think that's how you do it. Yeah. Ooh, Thundara. Okay, let's, I guess get to it.
First, we rescue Yuna.
Well, let's show them what we got. Want to? I found Yuna! Me too, Angelus. I love that. Oh, it's a wedding to Seymour.
Where was that?
The Palace of St. Bevel.
Heart of Yevon.
Gramps, let's move.
Easy, kiddo. Bevel's defenses are top-notch.
Is it really, Esper?
What's the matter, Gramps?
I always play him to death.
Yuna's there, so we go and get her. And that's all.
And that's all.
You got guts?
You got guts, kid. Roger. Buckle up, Tidus.
It'll take a while to get to Bevel. Meanwhile,
we prepare for battle.
Well, I'm pretty prepared for battle. Let me just save it real quick. And then we're definitely prepared. Okay. I gotta hit that. Gotta get that boom, 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 boom. Agreed, Angelus. One of my favorites.
The city of Bevel is built on the water. There may be underwater fighting.
Oh, my favorite.
You should study your magic, just in case.
Well, we like it's a little late for that. In any case, let's study this magic. It's the number of battles Yuna participates in. Ooh, we gained lots of levels there. Let's go. Let me get all these guys. Look at us leveling like fiends. Power. 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 Nope. Mana. Okay, what's that right there? That's armor break. I'm so close to armor break. I'm just behind it. That would have been really helpful. Ah, I'm one away. Look at that. The skill check boss? Crap. That's gonna suck. Listen, it's late enough that I might just be like, you know what? We'll try it once, and if I fail, we'll do it next time. Somebody told me I gotta work tomorrow, so. Okay, everybody's good now. Now, let's save again now that we've done that. There we go. Oh man, how long do you think this is going to be? It's 10 o'clock. I can't go another hour, y'all. I can't go another hour. Is this the best stopping point?
What's Seymour doing alive? Didn't we take care of him in Macalania?
He is dead.
I gotta work in the morning.
As Jiskel was. His attachment to this world kept him from the next.
Oh, scary.
Whoa, scary.
Yuna must be trying to send.
It'd be an hour at least.
Wonder if that'll work.
Perhaps he won't expect it.
If I actually use abilities. But cutscenes and everything, it would be an hour probably. Let's call it a night because your boy has to get up at 5 tomorrow. So let's not do that. Oh man, but what a good stream tonight, right? This was fun. We had some lectures. We got some good work done. How about that, everybody? Wasn't that amazing? How about that? So amazing. We're going to pause here for tonight. I am going to update the website tomorrow, ProfNoctis.com, so you'll be able to find more syllabus stuff, questions, and all that kind of stuff coming up there. Expect that in the afternoon, probably tomorrow. I have to be good every once in a while, right? And so there's definitely that. Also, I am going to update the website as far as when our next stream is going to be and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking it's next Tuesday, but I got to make absolutely sure on that. I don't think it's Thursday. I think it's Tuesday, but don't. Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you know. If you are not in the Discord, make sure you hop in the Discord. I'm going to be active in there a little bit more than I've been. And so, like I said, taking a step back from social media and Twitter and all that stuff for my own mental health and for my own like life things. I've got real life people and things that I've got to tend to and some needs. Does that have the Discord info? I actually don't think the website does. I'm going to put that on there so that you can do that. Can somebody hit the Discord? One of my RAs, can you throw the Discord in there so that anybody that wants to can hop in, please? But just click on the link and hop in, welcome, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Smith, for doing that. If that's a problem or anything, just shoot me a DM and we'll get you in there. But that's where you can go to get all of the community classroom stuff that you would ever desire. With that, I hope you have a terrific evening. I'm going to go to bed. Y'all take care. Thanks for being just the best. Y'all are awesome. Do you realize nobody has conversations like we do on Twitch and YouTube? Like nobody does video game conversations like you guys do. So thank you so much. You are awesome. And I'll see you in the Discord. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. See ya.